Okay, so had questions. I'm gonna try to do my best to answer this. See how it turns out. So people ask me how to stay on a workout regimen, how to stay on a proper. Trying to get out of the sun there. Try to stay on a proper eating program, and my answer is always the same. It's like purpose. What's your purpose? What are you trying to do? And when I mean purpose, I mean like, what is your why? WHY. Why? Why do you want to be healthy? Why do you want to live longer? If that's what you want to do, I don't know. You got, I always tell my clients and people I talk to, it's like, I don't know your why. I can ask you questions and help you get to your why, but I don't know your why. So that's how I stay and keep pushing the envelope of getting healthier and adding more things to my repertoire and finding better things to eat or exercises or keep my brain healthy. So I read some research and it makes sense to me, and so I add it in. But anyway, purpose. So I'll tell you my purpose. So my purpose, laugh if you want to, think it's crazy, it doesn't matter to me, right? It's my purpose, and yours is yours. So my goal is to live to be 128 minimally. I can say plus, with my brain working, with my body working, with me fully functioning, and that's possible. I know it is, and I always say plus because I don't want it to be over then, because I said 128 and 128. So when I turned 64 when I was at 64, when I turned 65, which was in June of last year, I was like, wow, it's my first birthday of the second half of my life. Because 64 and 64 is 128, right? So it's kind of a weird thing to go, wow, I'm just halfway, instead of being 65 or 70 and go, I'm real close to the end, So it's a whole different mind shift. But nonetheless, that's what I want to do, right? That's the purpose. But the why behind that, I'm moving out of the waves here, they're chasing me, is that I come from a long list of non-cancer survivors. My mom passed away at 45 from cancer. Her sister, my aunt, younger. Her dad, my grandfather, my grandmother. I have siblings that have, my siblings, my have heart disease and liver disease and all these things. So I'm gonna switch hands. Everyone's getting tired and trying to stay out of the sun. So when I had my two kids, I told them, hey, I'm not going to do that to you. I'm not blaming it on those people that died of cancer and whatnot, my relatives. I'm saying I'm going to do everything I can to take care of me, so I'll be around for you, right? Because my mom died at 45, I was 25. It's almost like I didn't even get to know my mom as an adult, right? She never got to see any of my kids. She didn't see me get married. She didn't see any of us, the three of us, and we all have kids and we're all married, my brother and sister. She didn't get to see any of us do those things. So I told my kids that I wouldn't do that. I'd do everything I can. And I've added and subtracted things over all these years. Like I said at the beginning, I'm still doing that, right? So every time I find something new that I think makes sense for my health, I add it, right? Or if it's something bad, I take it away. I don't drink anymore. I don't eat carbs hardly at all. If I have 20 to 30 carbs a day, it's an odd day. And this is for me. I'm not telling you should have to do this. It's just what I do. But purpose. So really, when it even got stronger to live a long, healthy life was when my dad started becoming unhealthy. Couldn't go fishing, couldn't get in the boat because of his ankles and his knees, and I understand. He didn't listen real hard to me about taking medications and anything. He was just, he's his own person. He's a smart guy, He's since passed away. April will be a year, with lots of different things. But we used to go fishing every year, and I still go on that fishing trip. And all those guys are my dad's buddies, and they've been dying off one at a time, or they've had shoulder replacement or knee replacement or their back or something. And every year I go fishing, I just watch them get worse. And I'd always come home to my wife and say, I ain't doing that. I ain't gonna end up like that. I'm gonna do everything I can not to end up like that, right? And it makes me think somebody's probably saying, oh, it's genetics. Like, nah, genetics, about 5% of what happens to you is your genetics. The rest of it's up to you. It's what you do, it's what you don't do, it's what you eat, it's what you don't eat, it's what you drink, it's what all those things. Attitude and negative stinking thinking, and raise your cortisol, causes health issues, messes with your hormones. Anyway, I digress. so anyway, I come home, and now there's only like 2 guys that go fishing from that group. And man, granted, these guys are 75 to 85 years old. Me being the youngest at 65 now, I'm the baby in the bunch. So I'm having to recruit new people to go fishing at one time a year because none of them are left. Right? I mean, there are a few of them, not none of them, but only a few of them that can get around. So I just watch my dad decline. I watch those guys decline, and I just like not going there. My wife's dad is now in a home, and he has dementia. It's just these things I watch, and you want to inspire your health purpose, man. Go to an old folks home and just hang around for a little while. I mean, half those people don't even know who they are at 75 to 85 to 90 years old. And I'm not blaming them. It's just like they went along, Anyway, I'll leave that one alone. That could be a touchy subject for some people. But anyway, so purpose. So find your purpose, use your purpose, bounce what you do off your purpose. If your purpose is health, longevity, sleeping good, because, hey, you're getting older every day. You are, I am, and it just depends on what you do or don't do on how that aging goes. So I think I'll leave it at that. It's my longest video yet. I'm sure as I do more of these, they'll get longer. And yeah, we'll leave it there. If you have any questions or comments, whoops, slipping in the mud there. Put it down in the comments, and if you have a question, I'll get back with you, I promise. I don't always see it the day it happens, but I'll go through them and answer it. And if have anybody that wants health answers or has questions, I'm always here for that. I don't know everything, but I'll always help people the best I can with what I know. All right, I've had a lot of help getting here, including friends, and I always look back at even in school and in high school and stuff, like all those people I was surrounded by, whether I knew them really well or barely knew them, and like they all helped guide me or are part of me being where I am right now, and you too, right? So always try to look at things that way, right? There's a reason for everything. Somebody sitting on a plane beside me, I don't know them. Why are they sitting there? I don't know. Let's talk to them and find out. Anyway, that's enough of that. And you guys have a great day. I'm not sure I'm going to put this one out, but I'm going to put it out. And peace out.